it going with M. Night Shyamalan film news. As you know, or maybe you saw a trailer. I mean, look, he's been promoting himself a lot, and rightfully so. I mean, it's a big release. Yeah, he's got the sports games, football game, cinephile radio show. This will be a shorter episode today. I got about 3 slabs of film news to get through. Then commercials. You know, it was interesting the way that they phrased it, because I was like, wait a minute, what? This doesn't make any sense. Like, how can you? Who would say this about M? You know, he's not a twist and doing. But it's like, okay, this is also very where they just take the absolute. They just rip on the Academy and how they do things. That movie will never get nominated for an Oscar, but they should do it. Anyway, I just yeah, that's pretty good. So let's move on from that to some serious news, but also good news about the Iranian filmmaker Jafar Panahi, who's a great, great filmmaker. And I'm actually gonna play news that happened about that was about him a few months ago, and then I'm gonna give you the happy news, I guess. But this is some important news regarding filmmaker Jafar Panahi. So let's give you the backstory by playing this clip about his situation from a few months ago.
The acclaimed Iranian filmmaker to be arrested in a week. Jafar Panahi has won a slew of awards for films critiquing modern Iran. He scooped a letter calling in the Islamic.
This is serious news because what happened is this. I was going to talk about it actually. The hunger strike. This is what I was afraid I was just going to have to talk about with no hope in sight, possibly. But it's the news. It's recovered. So he was released on bail after starting a hunger strike. And he was gonna basically, get more attention this way, I guess, which is good. You gotta spread the news on social media, and people were doing that. And yeah, man, this is incredible. Mr. Banahi was temporarily released, okay, but he can get checked out. He can get, be put to good health now. And it says here he was temporarily released from Evin prison with the efforts of his family, respected lawyers, and the representatives of the cinema, said Iran's House of Cinema, which groups together industry professionals. And yeah, man, this is very good news. We were all afraid that the worst news would come out, but a lot of people are just pointing this out, saying that it doesn't stop here, and they're absolutely right. Um, that social media did talk nonstop about him, and I was worried. I was worried for his life. I'm a fan of his work, and it's crazy. He recently put out a film called No Bears, which I saw, which is incredible. And he put this, and this film is out now, but he was in prison while it got released, and it's just so sad because this has happened to him before, where he has to release a film when he is currently facing serious troubles from the government, and it just sucks. So I think an injustice was carried against Jafar. He was a wrongly imprisoned man, but now he's free, even if it is temporarily. I mean, we'll see what will happen next. But also you still there's other Iranians in that prison again. So, and he was checking in on his friend. So, it's like it's clearly that they were just waiting for him to like do something, even if it wasn't against the law, really. I mean, it was all about getting him back in jail, is what I'm saying. And there's nothing controversial about visiting a friend, but that was enough. But now he's been released, so that's good news. And it's just really sad. It shouldn't have been this way, but the fact that he's out now is, of course, something optimistic about that. And of course, there should be all those innocent people who shouldn't be there and should be released, are something that we should also hope for. We should also hope that people get to be like Jafar Panahi, and get to be released without needing the bail. I mean, that's again why social media, one of the few good things about it is you can raise awareness about it. And it's on the news. I mean, you can see it by yourself. So that's going to end film news on a positive note. Jafar Panahi It's been released on bail. That's good news. Now, music time. First things first, because I mentioned M. Night Shyamalan, we're gonna play the theme from maybe his best film, Signs. James Newton Howard, the composer. And this is, yes, the main title theme.